You might begin to remember now how once upon a version of yourself there was a time when seeing someone different triggered something automatic, a flicker of fear disguised as judgment, a whisper that said, stay pure by staying away, because the mind used to think, didn't it, that others could rub off on you, like smoke from a burning house. So you'd close the windows, bar the doors, forgetting some smoke carries incense, some fire carries light. Let's take a step back, a moment in the stillness between thoughts, where belief becomes fluid, like paint and water, where ideas blend and begin to install themselves effortlessly. Let's say you once met a man with a limp and a grin, and the old belief whispered, broken. But the new frame listens instead and hears, here walks a warrior who dances with pain and still chooses joy. And just like that, you remember, every flaw contains a fingerprint of divinity. Your operating system begins to rewrite, because now you realize every person is a portal, and those you once avoided, they're books unopened. You feared contamination, but forgot a strong frame is never dimmed by a flicker. It ignites it. That belief, the one that says, if I let them in, they'll corrupt me. Well, what if the opposite is more true than the fear was false? What if your presence purifies, your energy upgrades? What if you were the pattern interrupt in the system, just as they were in yours? Now consider this. When a river flows to a rock, does it fear being shaped by stone? No, it carves a canyon, and still it remains water. You're that river. When you feel that twitch of hesitation, seeing someone who once made you recoil, notice now instead a lesson in disguise, a mirror of possibility. Because the new frame understands the strongest energy, the deepest identity, is one that transforms others by simply remaining itself. So think back to the child you were, who accepted the world without filters, who played in the mud with kings and beggars alike, before the programs were installed. And notice now how those programs, they're uninstalling themselves, making way for new scripts, coded in curiosity, strength, acceptance, and authenticity. Let me tell you a story within a story. A monk sitting by a river sees a diseased man fall into the water. The old belief says, stay away or catch what he carries. But the monk dives in, smiling, knowing the water washes all, and love protects more deeply than any barrier ever could. In that moment, his touch heals the man, not because of magic, because of presence. You're the monk now. You're safe to be yourself. You're strong enough to stand your ground. You're a lighthouse. And no ship ever made a lighthouse drift. Ships navigate by it. So do you stand in front of anyone now, old, sick, broken, scared, different? Your new operating system recognizes them instantly as part of the whole. Sparks of potential, books of wisdom, puzzles with hidden gifts. And every time you feel the old judgment stirring, you smile inside, because now that twitch is the trigger for compassion. It's the flag waving. Teach me, guide me, help me grow. You've shifted the loop, you've rewritten the script, and now let me ask, have you ever met someone who intimidated you, only to discover they were scared too? Because the fear you once felt around those better than you was just a distorted signal, an invitation to grow, to rise, to see that comparison was never the point, connection was. So the fear of being corrupted, of being overwhelmed, of being less, it melts in the fire of realization. You're already whole. You're never meant to fit into anyone's mould. You're the sculptor, the stone, and the hammer. And every face you meet now is a friend, a field, a flame. You no longer shrink, you expand, you hold space, you upgrade others by holding your frame. Because now, you've installed the only belief that matters. I'm the field. I'm the flame. I'm the standard, not the seeker of one. I give others a chance because I'm strong enough to never lose myself in them. And isn't it interesting how everything you once feared in others has become a signal of where you're expanding next? The fat man, a lesson in comfort and presence. The ugly woman, a reminder that beauty is not skin but soul. The sick, a teaching in healing. The old, time travellers full of wisdom. The loud, the poor and awkward. The strange. Each one is a gatekeeper to a forgotten chamber in your own mind. And you now hold all the keys. Now breathe into this, because with every inhale you install a truth. You're safe, you're strong. You're a transformer of systems. With every exhale you uninstall the fear that once made you run. Because there's nowhere to run from now. You've arrived, and the system is live. The code is clean. The belief is installed, and you're free.